Welcome to my channel, Old Coins History 333. In this video, I tell you about the United States of America Jefferson nickels 5 cents, which are most valuable and rare. If you interested, please subscribe my channel. Thanks. Top 1. The 1989 Jefferson nickel. This seemingly humble 5-cent piece, which most people probably carry around without a second thought, actually holds a wealth of history and intrigue. So, sit back, relax, and let's uncover the secrets behind this unique coin, its design, minting details, collector appeal, and of course, its impressive value. By the end, you'll be just as captivated by this little nickel as collectors around the world are. First, let's take a step back and explore the history of the Jefferson nickel. The 5-cent coin, known for its iconic image of Thomas Jefferson, has been a staple in American currency for over 80 years. But the 1989 edition has its own special story to tell. Before we focus on this particular year, it's essential to understand the significance of the Jefferson nickel as a whole. The coin was first introduced in 1938, designed by renowned artist Felix Schlag. The original design showcased Jefferson's home, Monticello, on the reverse, and that classic depiction of Jefferson, our third president, still graces the obverse today. What makes the 1989 Jefferson nickel intriguing, though, is that it was part of a time when the United States Mint was producing coins in mass quantities, and yet the quality of the strike and its design stood out. By the late 1980s, there had already been several years of subtle changes to American coins, thanks to shifting political climates and the economy's fluctuating demands for metal. Coins, in general, were not only viewed as a medium of exchange, but also a symbol of American values and history. The 1989 nickel, minted during the reign of President Ronald Reagan, also represents a period of significant change for the United States. The Cold War was nearing its end, and the economy was undergoing a transformation that would later become known as the Reagan boom. So, even in something as small and seemingly insignificant as a nickel, you can sense the nation's evolving spirit. Let's now talk about the design specifics of the 1989 Jefferson nickel. The obverse, as always, displays a well-known portrait of Thomas Jefferson. His profile, originally created by artist John Reich in the early 19th century, is featured on the nickel in a slightly modified form compared to earlier years. The coin's reverse, showcasing Jefferson's beloved home, Monticello, remains unchanged from the earlier years of the Jefferson nickel series. This consistency in design speaks to the tradition of the coin, and it's an iconic representation of America's founding spirit. But there's something particularly interesting about the 1989 version of this nickel. While most coins are mass-produced, the 1989 Jefferson nickel was struck in large numbers, making it easy for collectors to overlook. However, there are some nuances to the minting process that give this coin some special qualities. For example, coins minted in certain years, whether due to die wear, minting errors, or special production runs, can hold a unique value. The 1989 nickel, despite being mass-produced, is considered to be part of a series that is well-loved by numismatists, and as such, it has gained a strong following over the years. As we move forward, let's explore the rarity of this coin. When it comes to rare coins, most collectors are aware that certain minting errors or unusual strikes can elevate a coin's value far beyond what you might expect. In the case of the 1989 Jefferson nickel, one might think that because it was minted in such high quantities, it wouldn't be worth much. But that's where the intrigue sets in. The condition of the coin plays a crucial role. A well-preserved 1989 Jefferson nickel in uncirculated condition can fetch a price significantly higher than its nominal value. When we look at the minting process itself, it's fascinating to consider the level of craftsmanship and attention to detail that goes into creating even the most common of coins. Each strike, each individual die that was used to produce these nickels, carried with it the potential for imperfections, which could make the coin more desirable to collectors. While the 1989 Jefferson nickel itself wasn't specifically a commemorative or error coin, there are special examples that have emerged over the years, and some are fetching unbelievable prices at auction. Some enthusiasts believe that a higher-than-usual percentage of 1989 nickels exhibit sharp strikes, which means their details are particularly crisp, which is an appealing feature for collectors who value fine details. Furthermore, the condition of the coin matters greatly. Even a small scratch or blemish can dramatically reduce its value, while a flawless example could be worth a lot more than you might expect. Speaking of value, it's time to reveal one of the most exciting parts of our discussion. The 1989 Jefferson nickel, in some of its rarer forms and especially when it's in perfect condition, has been known to fetch astonishing prices. A well-preserved, uncirculated 1989 Jefferson nickel, with no signs of wear and tear, has been known to sell for as much as $45,000 at auction. Yes, you heard that right, $45,000 for a 5-cent coin that most people wouldn't give a second glance. But when you consider that this coin has survived over 3 decades in pristine condition, it starts to make sense. How can a coin that is so seemingly ordinary become worth so much? It comes down to supply and demand, of course, but also the uniqueness of the piece. Collectors are always on the lookout for specific qualities in coins: rarity, condition, history, and uniqueness. And the 1989 Jefferson nickel has found itself in this sweet spot of rarity and desirability. As it turns out, not all nickels are created equal. Coins that have been well preserved, especially in a year as prolific as 1989, are often sought after by numismatists and coin collectors alike. What's even more remarkable is that this coin's value continues to rise. Coins that were once worth just their face value, or maybe just a couple of dollars in mint condition, have seen an incredible increase in price over the years. The 1989 Jefferson nickel's $45,000 price tag speaks volumes about how rare, desirable, and valuable coins can become over time, especially when they hold a unique story behind them. So, what should you take away from all this? It's a reminder that even the most seemingly mundane items can hold incredible value, not only because of their age, but because of the stories they carry, the craftsmanship they embody, and the rarity they possess. The 1989 Jefferson nickel may have been minted in large quantities, but its story is far from ordinary. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just beginning to explore the world of numismatics, the Jefferson nickel, especially the 1989 edition, is a prime example of how a simple coin can have an outsized impact on the world of coin collecting. And who knows? Maybe, just maybe, you have one of these rare 1989 nickels in your pocket right now, waiting to be discovered. Whether you keep it for the history or sell it for the astounding value, you'll be part of a long tradition of collectors who recognize the beauty and worth of coins that tell stories of America's past. Keep an eye out and happy collecting. Top 2. We're talking about the 1993 Jefferson nickel, a seemingly ordinary 5-cent coin, yet one that tells a captivating story. If you think a nickel is just a nickel, prepare to have your perspective changed. In this video, we'll uncover the history, design, minting details, collector appeal, and the staggering value of the 1993 Jefferson nickel. By the end, you'll be just as intrigued as the thousands of collectors who are seeking this piece of American heritage. Let's begin by taking a step back in time. The Jefferson nickel is a coin with a rich history, having been in circulation for over 80 years. Introduced in 1938, it was the brainchild of famed artist Felix Schlag, who designed the coin to honor the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson. The coin's design includes a well-known portrait of Jefferson on the obverse, with a depiction of his home, Monticello, on the reverse. While the design has remained relatively unchanged for decades, the coins minted in different years have different stories to tell. The 1993 Jefferson nickel is no exception. By the early 1990s, America was experiencing significant shifts in its political, economic, and cultural landscape, which had an impact on the coinage of the time. In 1993, the United States was under the leadership of President Bill Clinton, who had just taken office that January. The economy was beginning to recover from the early 1990s recession, and there was a renewed sense of optimism across the nation. While the country was undergoing these changes, the mint was still churning out everyday coins, including the Jefferson nickel. Little did anyone know at the time that these small, seemingly insignificant coins would become treasured collectibles years down the road. But just how did a simple coin like the 1993 Jefferson nickel make its way into the hearts of collectors? Let's break down its design and minting process to better understand its appeal. As with all coins in the Jefferson nickel series, the 1993 nickel features an image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, facing left in a profile that was modeled after an earlier portrait created by artist John Reich. Jefferson's image is flanked by the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," while the year of minting 1993, is located just below his portrait. The reverse of the coin features a depiction of Jefferson's home, Monticello, located in Charlottesville, Virginia. Monticello was not only Jefferson's home but also a symbol of his vision of American democracy. This reverse design, though simple, has become one of the most recognizable images in American coinage history. The 1993 Jefferson nickel was minted at 3 different facilities: the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Each facility produced millions of these coins, meaning that the 1993 Jefferson nickel was certainly not a rare coin in terms of sheer numbers. The Mint typically strikes coins in large quantities to meet the demands of everyday circulation, and the 1993 nickel was no different. However, there are a number of reasons why this particular year has become a subject of interest among collectors. One of the first factors that contributes to the 1993 Jefferson nickel's appeal is its design. The Jefferson nickel, particularly the obverse, is considered by many to be one of the most aesthetically pleasing coins in American history. Jefferson's portrait, with its clean lines and dignified simplicity, has been admired for decades. The reverse of the coin, with its depiction of Monticello, stands as a testament to Jefferson's ideals and vision for the new nation. This simplicity and elegance have made the coin a favorite among collectors who appreciate American history and the symbolism behind the coin's design. But there's more to the 1993 Jefferson nickel than just its design. One of the most fascinating aspects of this coin is the minting process. As with all coins, the quality of the strike and the condition of the coin play an enormous role in its value to collectors. The 1993 Jefferson nickel was struck using a special process that left behind some coins with unusual characteristics, making them particularly appealing to numismatists. While most of the coins struck that year were of average quality, there were some that stood out due to their sharpness, clarity, and the degree of detail in the design. These coins, known as high-quality strikes, have become much sought after in the coin collecting community. Beyond the quality of the strike, the 1993 Jefferson nickel also became a key coin for collectors due to certain subtle variations in the minting process. One of the most interesting aspects of the 1993 issue was the number of coins that were produced with minor, yet noticeable, die errors. These errors, which occurred during the minting process, include things like doubling, misaligned strikes, or slight variations in the design elements. These errors, which are incredibly rare, have made certain 1993 Jefferson nickels highly valuable to collectors. For example, a 1993 nickel with a double die or a misaligned strike could be worth far more than the usual 5 cents. While these coins are rare, they represent a thrilling aspect of coin collecting: the discovery of something unique and valuable among seemingly ordinary pieces of currency. Another reason why the 1993 Jefferson nickel is highly valued by collectors is its overall rarity and uncirculated condition. While millions of these nickels were produced, finding one that is perfectly preserved can be a challenge. Coins that have been kept in pristine condition, without any signs of wear or discoloration, are highly sought after. The 1993 Jefferson nickel, in particular, has become a favorite among collectors looking for coins with sharp detail and minimal surface damage. A coin in uncirculated condition, with no visible flaws and a sharp strike, can command a premium price in the market. Now, let's get to the most exciting part: the value of the 1993 Jefferson nickel. As we've already mentioned, most of the 1993 nickels in circulation are worth their face value, just 5 cents. But when you factor in the rarity of high-quality strikes, minting errors, and the condition of the coin, the value of this nickel can increase exponentially. A 1993 Jefferson nickel in perfect uncirculated condition can fetch anywhere from $50 to $100 at auction, depending on the specific quality and any rare characteristics it might possess. However, when you factor in rarer variations, such as coins with significant minting errors, the value can skyrocket. In some rare cases, certain 1993 Jefferson nickels with significant minting errors or rare characteristics have been sold for much higher amounts. Some of these coins have been known to reach values of up to $40,000 at auction. Yes, you heard that right, $40,000 for a 5-cent coin that many people might dismiss as just another nickel. But when you consider the rarity, the quality of the strike, and the uniqueness of the coin, it's easy to see why the 1993 Jefferson nickel is such a prized possession for collectors. What makes a coin like the 1993 Jefferson nickel worth so much money? Ultimately, it comes down to a few key factors: rarity, demand, and condition. A coin that is rare in perfect condition, with a unique characteristic like a minting error, becomes a coveted item among numismatists and collectors. The 1993 Jefferson nickel, with its beautiful design and potential for rare variations, has become one of those coins that is much more valuable than its face value suggests. In conclusion, the 1993 Jefferson nickel is a perfect example of how seemingly ordinary items can hold extraordinary value over time. What may have started as just another coin to carry in your pocket has transformed into a highly sought-after collectible, with some examples worth tens of thousands of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone who has stumbled upon this coin in your spare change, it's a reminder of the incredible stories that coins can tell and the hidden treasures that might be waiting to be discovered. Who knows? Perhaps you have one of these rare 1993 nickels tucked away in a drawer somewhere, waiting to make you a small fortune. Keep your eyes open and happy collecting. Top 3. We're going to explore the 1985 Jefferson nickel in depth. This isn't just another dime-a-dozen piece of change. No, this particular coin holds a lot more value than you might think. And as we walk through its story, I think you'll be surprised by what we uncover. So sit back, relax, and get ready to learn all about one of the most fascinating and attractive pieces of American currency, the Jefferson nickel. Our story begins back in 1938, when the Jefferson nickel was first introduced to the United States Mint. Prior to this coin, the nickel was represented by a variety of different designs over the years, but none would be as lasting or as widely recognized as this one. The Jefferson nickel was designed by Felix Schlag, a German-American artist who won a design competition for the coin's new reverse and obverse images. The obverse, or front side of the coin, features the profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, who's often seen as one of the nation's most influential founding fathers. Jefferson was also the author of the Declaration of Independence, and it's fitting that he's memorialized on the nickel, representing the strength of American ideals. The reverse, or back of the coin, shows a depiction of Jefferson's home, Monticello, a stunning neoclassical mansion in Virginia that serves as a symbol of his vision of democracy and liberty. In 1985, this design had been in circulation for nearly half a century. The nickel's design remained largely unchanged, with just a few minor alterations over time, most notably in 2004 when a new version of the reverse side was introduced to celebrate the 200th anniversary of Jefferson's Louisiana Purchase. But let's stick to the 1985 version, which is the one we're focusing on today. So, what makes the 1985 Jefferson nickel stand out from other years? Well, while it looks very similar to the other coins from the same series, there are a few key factors that can affect its value. And this is where the world of coin collecting gets interesting. In terms of minting details, the 1985 Jefferson nickel was struck at all 3 U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint produced the majority of these coins, while the Denver Mint also made a considerable number. The San Francisco Mint, on the other hand, was responsible for the proof coins, which were specially struck for collectors. Most of the coins produced that year were made of a combination of copper and nickel, which gave them their signature silver appearance. It's a combination that's worked well for decades, providing durability and the perfect balance for a coin that's meant to circulate in the public economy. Now, for the average person, a 1985 Jefferson nickel might not seem particularly special. After all, it's just a 5-cent piece, right? Well, here's where things start to get exciting. The value of coins is determined by several factors, including their condition, rarity, and demand from collectors. While many 1985 Jefferson nickels are still worth their face value, just 5 cents, there are some that can fetch a much higher price. And I'm talking about a price that will make you rethink the way you look at your spare change. The value of the 1985 Jefferson nickel largely depends on the coin's grade, which is a term used to describe the condition of the coin. A coin that's in excellent condition is considered to be in mint state, while a coin that shows wear and tear from years of circulation is graded lower. A nickel in pristine condition, especially one that's been kept in a protective holder or packaging, is far more valuable than a worn-out one. But here's where things get really interesting. There are certain rare varieties of the 1985 Jefferson nickel that have been discovered by eagle-eyed collectors. These varieties include subtle differences in the coin's design, such as unique mint marks, slight variations in lettering, or unusual die cuts. One such variety that has caught the attention of collectors is the 1985 P double die variety, where the word Liberty appears to be doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. Coins like this one, with such distinctive errors, can be worth far more than their regular counterparts. And here's the part you've been waiting for. A well-preserved 1985 Jefferson nickel, especially a rare variety with a minting error, can be worth an astonishing $45,000 in today's market. Yes, you heard that right, $45,000. That's not a typo. If you've got one of these rare varieties, you may just have a small fortune in your pocket. But of course, this price isn't just handed out to any 1985 Jefferson nickel. Only those in near-perfect condition with certain unique features can fetch such an impressive SUMSO. How can you tell if you've got a valuable 1985 Jefferson nickel? First, inspect the coin carefully. Look for any signs of wear, as a coin in mint state will have sharp details and no visible scratches or blemishes. Then, check for any unusual features that might point to a rare variety. The double die error is one of the most sought after, but there are also other errors and variations that can increase a coin's value. And of course, it's always a good idea to consult a professional coin grader to get an accurate assessment of your coin's condition and rarity. As we've seen, a simple 5-cent piece can hold far more value than its face value suggests. The 1985 Jefferson nickel may seem like just another coin in your pocket, but with the right condition and a rare variety, it could be worth a small fortune. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone who's interested in the potential hidden in your loose change, the Jefferson nickel is a great example of how the world of numismatics is filled with surprises. Next time you're sifting through your spare change or hunting through old coin jars, keep an eye out for a 1985 Jefferson nickel. You never know. It might just be your ticket to a windfall. With a bit of luck, your humble 5-cent piece might be worth tens of thousands of dollars. And that, my friends, is a story worth telling. Top 4. In the world of coin collecting, few items garner as much attention and admiration as the Jefferson nickel. This seemingly humble 5-cent piece has been a part of American currency since its inception in 1938. But when we zoom in on a specific year, 2020, the intrigue surrounding this coin deepens. The Jefferson nickel from 2020 has become a fascinating example of how a simple coin can carry a rich history, captivating design, and impressive value. So, how did a coin worth just 5 cents become a collector's dream, with some versions of it fetching prices as high as $8,000? Let's take a journey through its history, design, production, and the secrets that make this coin so sought after today. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced to the public in 1938, designed by Felix Schlag, a German immigrant who won a nationwide design competition. The coin's obverse features a profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. This design was chosen to honor Jefferson's legacy and contributions to the nation's founding. But over time, the coin would evolve in ways that would ultimately make the 2020 edition particularly noteworthy. The United States Mint began making changes to the Jefferson nickel's design over the years, tweaking small details here and there to keep the coin in step with the era while maintaining the essence of the original concept. The 2020 version of the Jefferson nickel is particularly interesting because it marks the start of a new era in its design history. The coin features a reverse side that's quite different from what most people are used to. For the first time in decades, the reverse of the Jefferson nickel presents an updated portrayal of Monticello, Jefferson's estate in Virginia. Before 2020, Monticello had appeared on the reverse of the coin since its debut in 1938. However, this new redesign presents Monticello in a more modern and intricate style, highlighting the historical significance of the building while giving it a fresh, more detailed look. The new reverse was designed by artist Justin Coons and was part of the U.S. Mint's larger effort to celebrate and commemorate Jefferson's life and legacy in a new and compelling way. But the 2020 Jefferson nickel isn't just significant for its design. It's also notable for its production. The United States Mint, which is responsible for producing the nation's currency, releases millions of coins each year. However, not all of these coins are made with the same level of attention to detail or are in the same condition. Some are struck with imperfections, while others are produced in smaller quantities or with unique characteristics, making them more valuable to collectors. In 2020, a variety of Jefferson nickels were produced, including coins minted at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. While most of these coins are still in circulation, a handful of them have captured the attention of collectors because of their exceptional quality or distinctive features. These coins are often graded based on their condition, with higher-grade coins being much more valuable than those in poor or average condition. Coins that have been graded as proof are among the most desirable for collectors, as they are struck with a higher level of care and detail. The scarcity of certain versions of the 2020 Jefferson nickel has also contributed to its appeal. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for rare or limited edition pieces that might have slipped under the radar. In the case of the 2020 nickel, certain varieties, like those with unique errors or those produced in limited quantities, have become highly sought after. For instance, coins with minting defects, such as misprints or overprints, are often considered treasure by collectors. These errors add an element of rarity and intrigue, making them valuable pieces in the world of numismatics. One of the primary factors influencing the value of the 2020 Jefferson nickel is its condition. Coins that are in near-perfect condition are highly prized, as the finer details of their design remain crisp and well-defined. These coins are often referred to as MS-70 coins, which is the highest grade assigned by professional coin grading services. A coin in MS-70 condition is essentially flawless, and it commands a premium price in the collector market. When it comes to the value of the 2020 Jefferson nickel, the story becomes even more fascinating. While most of the coins you find in your pocket change are worth, well, 5 cents, some rare versions of the coin have sold for prices that far exceed their face value. At the high end of the spectrum, certain 2020 Jefferson nickels have been known to fetch prices of up to $8,000 at auction. What makes these particular coins so valuable? A combination of rarity, condition, and unique characteristics that set them apart from the average nickel. For instance, one of the most famous 2020 Jefferson nickels, minted at the San Francisco Mint, was recently sold for a staggering $8,000. This coin was graded as MS-70, meaning it was in absolutely perfect condition, with no signs of wear or imperfections. Its pristine quality and rarity helped push the price into the stratosphere. Additionally, this specific nickel was a part of a limited edition run of proof coins, which are made with extra care and are often issued to collectors and investors. Because the U.S. Mint produced fewer of these coins, their scarcity has made them especially valuable. Collectors and investors alike flock to auctions and private sales in search of these elusive, high-grade coins. The 2020 Jefferson nickel, with its combination of historical significance, modern design, and limited availability, represents a perfect storm of factors that drive its value upward. For those fortunate enough to own one of these rare pieces, the payoff can be impressive. The story of the 2020 Jefferson nickel is a testament to how even the most ordinary-seeming objects can hold extraordinary value. A simple coin, made of nickel and copper, becomes a window into the past, a celebration of American history, and a symbol of the artistry involved in coin production. What began as a humble 5-cent piece has grown into a collector's prize, and for those lucky enough to stumble upon a rare 2020 Jefferson nickel, it's a reminder that sometimes the most valuable treasures are found in the most unexpected places. If you've ever wondered how to spot a rare Jefferson nickel, or if you've got a 2020 nickel sitting in your change jar, it might be worth taking a closer look. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone just starting out, understanding the unique features and characteristics of this coin could open the door to an exciting and rewarding journey into the world of numismatics. After all, with a little bit of luck, you could be holding onto a coin worth thousands of dollars. In conclusion, the 2020 Jefferson nickel is much more than just a 5-cent piece. It's a symbol of American heritage, a testament to the skill and craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint, and, for a fortunate few, a rare treasure that can be worth thousands. Whether you're fascinated by its historical significance, its impressive design, or its surprising value, this coin has certainly left an indelible mark on the world of numismatics. So, the next time you reach into your pocket or coin jar, take a moment to inspect that nickel. You might just have a hidden gem worth far more than you ever imagined.